Story and Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story and Lee.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, happy Friday. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with your latest forecast. We're looking good today, but once we get into the weekend, especially Sunday night into Monday morning, things change as we start to track some showers and storms making their way across the area. Some of them could be severe on that Sunday night into Monday morning time frame. We got a lot to talk about. Let's dive right into it. First off, taking a look at our Arctic Air Sky Cam network. It's showing those cloudy conditions. And the thing is, even though we're seeing these clouds across the area, we're still going to be warming up pretty nicely today thanks to that southerly wind coming in. That's going to bump us up towards that 80-degree mark for some places today. Now, there could be a few showers around today with these clouds, but we're not expecting anything widespread. All that big widespread activity will remain off to our west today, as you see here from parts of Arkansas, Oklahoma to Texas and Louisiana. But it is this batch that will eventually work its way on into our neck of the woods once we get into the day on Saturday. So the only thing we're really dealing with today is just this cloud cover across the area. But like I said, even with that, we're still going to be warming up very nicely today. Here's your futurecast. We're going to start things off for the next 24 hours. And then later on, we'll move into what's going to happen during the day on Sunday or Saturday and eventually into the day on Sunday. So for the next 24 hours, again, we're going to be seeing that cloud cover continue across the area. A few spotty showers still possible. I don't think, like I mentioned, anything's going to be overly heavy today. Mostly talk about some sprinkles and some instances of light rain. Once we get into the evening hours, we're still seeing those clouds move on through. Temperatures remain on the mild side going into this evening and early tomorrow morning. Will remain in the upper 50s and lower 60s once we wake up for your Saturday morning. So Saturday at 6 a.m., still seeing some of those showers around. And then as we get into the late morning hours, we'll continue to see some of those showers potentially across the area. So for today, only a small chance of a shower out there. Temperatures, like I said, getting up into the upper 70s and lower 80s today. Tonight we'll be dropping down into the upper 50s and lower 60s with the cloud cover still lingering. Maybe a chance at a few spotty showers during the early morning hours going into your Saturday morning. Here's your rain chances for the next 7 days. The bulk of the rain chances tomorrow will be during the day. They'll linger a little bit during the nighttime hours. A few showers are possible during the day on Sunday, but our big show is going to be the evening, late evening into the early overnight hours, Sunday into Monday morning. A few lingering showers are possible on Monday. Then we're watching a couple of other systems Wednesday and Thursday. Timing on that's a little iffy on the model guidance. Some say it's just Wednesday, others say things linger into Thursday. So that's beyond our Sunday system. So we're still watching it, but our main focus for the near term is going to be that Sunday. All right, like I mentioned, let's now go into Saturday during the day and the evening, and then we'll work our way into the day on Sunday. So starting off again, 9 a.m. for your Saturday morning, just some of those showers around, clouds continuing to move across the area. It's not until really the afternoon and evening hours, this is 5 p.m. tomorrow evening, that's when we'll start to see some storms roll on into our area. And some of those could be on the stronger side, but we're only talking about winds 30 to 40 miles per hour, maybe some pea-sized hail, and that's about it. There's nothing really severe expected with this first batch that comes on through during your Saturday, but could have a pretty good amount of lightning with them. So again, just keep that in mind, especially if you have any plans Saturday evening, that there will probably be some storms around. This is 8 p.m., still seeing rain and storms move on through. It's just going to be kind of round after round of some of this shower and storm activity, so it's not going to be one big push and you're done. It could be, several chances during the evening hours for those rain and storms. And still continuing at midnight going into Sunday morning, still seeing those showers and storms around. All right, now let's go into the day on Sunday. The bulk of the day should be rather dry. When we get into the afternoon hours, there could be a few instances of some showers, as you see depicted here on the GFS model. I don't think these are going to be overly heavy, but I think that at any given point during the afternoon hours on your Sunday, you could see a spotty shower or two. Our main concern is going to be what develops along this cold front during the evening hours Sunday. As you see here, we'll move forward. You'll get this huge line of storms that starts to develop here. And as we get into 2 a.m. on your Monday morning overnight hours, that's when we'll start to see that line move on through our neck of the woods. And again, this could easily pack a punch. We're talking about damaging winds, some large hail potentially, and the chance of a few tornadoes that are within the line. Again, this is 2 a.m. Once we get into the early morning hours, talking about 7, 8, and 9 a.m., most of this should be out of our viewing area and then impacting parts of the Birmingham and Atlanta metro areas during the morning hours on Monday, and then that continues to push its way on off to the southeast. High pressure filters in behind it, so we'll start to dry out, but still having some clouds linger during the day on Monday. All right, now let's talk about more specifics with the severe weather risk. We are in a level 3 out of 5 for the majority of our viewing area. There is that level 2 out of 5 further to the southeast. So again, this is just re-emphasizing that there's most likely going to be some severe weather with this line that moves on through. And as we get further and further, that outlook could get more and more defined as we fine-tune things and know exactly where the best chance of seeing that severe weather will be. So for now, we're in that level 3 out of 5 risk. Here's that timeline, generally from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. for places like Centerville, Hohenwald, over towards the northern part of Wayne County, Savannah, Selmer, Tennessee, and then that line continues to track on in, should be impacting places here from Lawrenceburg to Columbia, Lewisburg, over to the Shoals, parts of northeastern Mississippi in that midnight to 5 a.m. time frame, and then eventually moving generally south of the Tennessee River once we get into that 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. time frame. And then it will continue to push on further to the south and east. So again, this is a long period, but it's when that line continues to push on through. We're not expecting round and round of storms. This is going to be generally one line, and then you're going to be done. So as we watch the threats, the tornado threat is still there. It's possible. But again, when we're dealing with a line, the tornado potential can get a little more complicated. We're not dealing with those individual supercells that can easily have a big-time tornado threat with it. We're going to be talking about some of those embedded circulations within a line that usually last only a few minutes. So that's typically what we're going to be watching for with that tornado potential. For that high wind potential, that's going to be a lot more elevated because we're dealing with winds that could be upwards of maybe 80 miles per hour in some instances with this line. So that's pretty significant damaging wind potential with this line. There's also some of that hail potential as well. Some of them could be up to golf ball size hail, and we are having that chance of some flooding. But the thing is, it's coming in as one line, so you're not going to get a prolonged period of heavy rain. So flooding is not going to be overly likely with this, but it is definitely a possibility. So what you need to do to stay informed, like I've been talking about for the majority of this week, go ahead and scan that QR code because that will give you the latest app that we have, the Tennessee Valley Weather app. That's going to be available in your Apple Store or Android store. And also make sure that your NOAA weather radio is handy. There's a switch on that right side that will say on and off. Make sure that it is on the on position because that will allow the alerts to come through, and just make sure that the batteries, like I mentioned, they're good to go in case you lose power. Here's your 7-day forecast. Beyond that severe weather risk Sunday, again, we're drying out Monday after the storms move through. Temperatures still staying somewhat on the mild side. As we get into Tuesday is probably going to be your best day over the next several days, where you'll see mostly sunny skies and temperatures generally in the upper 60s and lower 70s. Then we have another system moving in Wednesday and Thursday. That will have a chance of some storms on Wednesday, and then maybe a few showers, maybe some storms on your Thursday as well. And temperatures will be getting back up into the 80s during that period as well. That's your latest forecast from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in with his Live at 5 later on with another update on that severe storm risk.